December 13th, 1943. The skies over Assam are heavy with war, and a young American pilot named Philip R. Adair is about to gamble his life against impossible odds. Before we dive into this unbelievable true story, make sure you hit subscribe, because right here, we bring you the kind of air combat legends that sound like Hollywood, but actually happened. The scramble order comes fast, and Philip R. Adair, a second lieutenant with the Burma Banshees, shoves the throttle forward and claws into the sky inside his trusted P-40 Warhawk, lovingly named Lulubelle. At first glance, he spots what seems like 4 enemy aircraft in the distance. Manageable, maybe even lucky, but as he closes in, his stomach tightens. It's not 4 planes, it's 4 separate bomber flights, 6 bombers each, and fighters swarming above and below them. More than 60 Japanese aircraft are heading straight toward his base, toward American hospitals, toward everything he's sworn to defend. The other P-40 Warhawks are still rolling down the runway, but there's no time to wait. One man against that many planes almost guarantees death. Almost. Adair pushes that thought away and slams the throttle to full power. If he's going down fighting. Over the radio, he warns control that bombs will drop any second and promises to do whatever he can to disrupt the attack. He knows the bombers are the real threat. If he tangles with the escorting A-6M0 fighters first, surprise is gone. So he climbs high, swings wide to the left, and dives in at maximum range, firing early, tracers streaking across the formation just to rattle them. The effect is immediate. The bomber formation wobbles, unsettled, their neat lines disturbed. He ignores the fighters and presses through the chaos, sliding behind the last flight and locking onto the trailing bomber's left engine. Bullets strike, smoke flickers, maybe fire, but he's moving too fast to confirm the kill. Now the Zeros react. This is the moment that ends most pilots, but not Philip R. Adair. He slams the stick forward into a violent -G outside roll and drops into a screaming dive. The sky flips, gravity vanishes, the jungle surges upward. When he finally looks back, the Zeros have returned to their bombers. He's alive. Against all logic, he's alive. The bombs fall moments later, but the pattern lands short and wide of the intended target. Did his attack shake them enough to ruin their aim? He would later doubt it, but doubt doesn't matter right now. What matters is that he has a choice: go home or go back in. He climbs again, alone. Above 60 enemy aircraft, he dives once more. This time, the Zeros are waiting. Fighters peel off from every direction. Realizing he'll never reach the bombers, he switches targets mid-attack and selects a top-cover fighter. The first one evades sharply. The second hesitates, just long enough. Adair fires, hits spark along the fuselage. Landing gear drops loose. Flames lick the engine. The Zero spirals down into the jungle and explodes. One confirmed kill, but he's still hopelessly outnumbered. He turns again toward the bombers, almost laughing at his own recklessness, when suddenly fighters converge from left and right. He rolls into another desperate escape, but this time 1-0 has him perfectly lined up. Then, wham, wham, wham. Rounds slam into Lulubelle like gravel against metal. Tracers rip past. An explosion erupts behind the cockpit. Fire shoots forward along both sides of the armor plate. For a split second, it's over, but the high-speed dive snuffs out the flames. The jungle rushes up terrifyingly fast. He pulls back. Nothing. The controls feel wrong. The trim cable's been shot through. The nose won't rise. With both hands straining on the stick and throttle yanked back, he muscles the wounded P-40 Warhawk upward just before the trees swallow him. He climbs away, breath shaking, whispering a prayer. The Zeros finally give up the chase, but survival isn't guaranteed yet. Nearly 100 miles from home, the damaged aircraft constantly wants to dive. He can barely hold the nose above the horizon. Even both hands aren't enough. Then he spots something off his left, a smoking Zero, struggling, descending, perhaps one he damaged earlier. For a moment, they pass like wounded boxers. Then instinct kicks in. Adair swings around and lines up behind him. Perfect aim. He squeezes the trigger. Nothing. The guns are empty. Only the hollow sound of the pneumatic system cycling. The Zero fires back wildly but misses, and Adair escapes again. Low on strength and options, he radios his position and considers bailing out. In that jungle, every 100 yards could mean days of survival on foot. Then, inspiration strikes. He flips Lulubelle upside down. Suddenly, the damaged trim works with gravity instead of against it. The plane climbs. When the engine sputters, he rolls upright again, smooth, then upside down again, over and over, losing count, flying part of the journey inverted just to stay alive. Against reason, against physics, against fate, he reaches his airfield. On final approach, he's inverted once more. At the last possible second, he drops the landing gear, rolls upright, and the white-rimmed wheels of Lulubelle kiss the runway. Safe. That was mission number 44 for Philip R. Adair. He would later say it was the most excitement he ever wanted in a lifetime. And from that day forward, 44 became his lucky number, the same number painted on his aircraft. For taking on 64 enemy planes alone and surviving, he was awarded the Silver Star. One pilot, one P-40 Warhawk, against an entire sky of enemies. Stories like this remind us that courage isn't about odds, it's about decision. If this story moved you, make sure you subscribe and join us for more true air combat legends, because sometimes the most unbelievable stories are the ones history quietly wrote in the clouds.